Hey there and welcome. Ever have one of those days where it feels like your computer is actively trying to ruin your life? Well, in this explainer, we're going to crack open the powerful troubleshooting toolkit that's already built right into your operating system. It's time to go from frustrated user to full-on digital detective. Oh, we've all been there, right? You're staring at a spinning wheel, a frozen screen, or that infuriating no internet icon, and you just feel completely powerless. Well, you know what? That feeling ends today. Because here's the secret. Your computer already has all the tools you need to solve these mysteries. You just got to know where to look and how to use them. So let's grab our trench coats and magnifying glasses and open up that Digital Detectives Toolkit. Okay, our first case is an absolute classic. We'll call it the case of the lagging laptop. You know the one. Everything was fine yesterday, but today it's moving at a snail's pace. Let's find out why. Your first stop, your ground zero for any investigation into a slow system, is always the task manager. Just hit that magic combination, Control, Shift, and Escape, and boom, you've just opened a direct window into the secret life of your PC.
So when you pop this open, think of it as your investigative dashboard. The Processes tab, that's your list of suspects, all the apps running in the background, showing you exactly who's hogging all the CPU and memory. Performance gives you those cool real-time graphs, which is perfect for spotting the exact bottleneck. And the Startup tab, oh, that one's a game changer for stopping future slowdowns before they even start.
But, sometimes Task Manager just points you in the right direction. It doesn't give you the smoking gun. For that, we need to bring in the forensics team. And in our world, that's the performance monitor. Now, don't let the chart scare you. These are basically the vital signs of your computer. If your processor time is hanging out above 85% for a while, your CPU is basically sprinting a marathon and can't keep up. And if your available memory drops below 10%, your system is practically drowning in tasks. These hard numbers are what turn that vague feeling of it's slow into a concrete problem you can actually solve.
So let's put that knowledge into action with a really simple, super satisfying fix. To make your computer boot up faster, just head to that Startup tab we talked about. Look for anything with a high impact that you know you don't need right away. Right-click, disable it, and reboot. Honestly, it's one of the easiest and most effective things you can do.
All right, let's file that case away and move on to our next mystery, the connection conundrum. You try to get online, but nothing. It's just gone. Is it your computer? Is it your router? Is the whole internet down? Let's figure it out. Now, the first rule of network troubleshooting is simple. Start local. Before you spend an hour on the phone with your internet provider, you need to make sure your own house is in order. The investigation always begins with your own device. And your first piece of evidence? It's a little command called ipconfig. Think of it like your computer's network ID card or its passport. It tells you if you even have a valid address to get on the local network. If this info is wrong, you're not going anywhere. Simple as that. Okay, so once you've confirmed your ID, it's time to start asking some questions using the ping command. And this progression is just brilliant in its logic. First, you ping yourself at 127.0.0.1 to see if your own network hardware is even working. Then you ping your gateway, that's your router, to see if you can talk to your local network. And finally, you ping something out on the big, wide internet, like Google server at 8.8.8.8, to see if you can reach the outside world. And reading the results is like being a detective. If you get a reply from, that's success. Your little data packet made it there and back. But if you see request timed out, it means your packet went out on its journey, but never came home. It's lost. And destination unreachable, that means a router somewhere on the path literally has no idea how to get where you want to go. Every single message is a huge clue. Now, if ping tells you your packets are getting lost on their way to the internet, it's time to pull out the next tool, Tracert. I love this one. It's basically a GPS for your data. It shows you every single hop, every router your data passes through on its way to the destination. If the trace just stops cold, well, you've just found the exact point of failure. Case closed. Okay, detective, let's escalate things. We're moving on to the most serious cases, the ones that feel like a total disaster, when the very core of your operating system is damaged and your computer won't even start up the right way. You press that power button, hold your breath, and this pops up. Ugh. This has to be one of the most heart-stopping messages a person can see. It's like your computer woke up with total amnesia. But take a deep breath. Don't panic. There's often a fix. You'll probably need to boot into a special recovery mode to get a command prompt, but once you do, your magic wand is bootrec/rebuild BCD. Basically, the boot configuration data, or BCD, is the map that tells your computer where to find Windows. When that map gets torn up, this command just draws a brand new one. So here's another classic crime scene. The computer starts, but it's just unstable. Random crashes, the dreaded blue screen of death, weird error messages about missing files. These are all signs pointing to one thing: corruption deep inside your system files. The fix for this is another hero of the command line, SFC/scan now. Think of the system file checker as an integrity officer for your whole OS. It meticulously scans every single protected system file. If it finds one that's been damaged or corrupted, it automatically replaces it with a clean official copy. It's pretty amazing. And for our final case, we're going to switch things up. We're going to look at how these problems get solved in the real world by pros, not by sitting in front of the broken machine, but by accessing it from miles away. Now, choosing the right remote tool really depends on the job. RDP, or Remote Desktop Protocol, is the standard for Windows. It gives you the full graphical experience like you're literally sitting there. SSH, on the other hand, is a super secure command line connection. It's the go-to for pros working on Linux systems and network gear. And VNC is kind of the universal translator. It's a graphical tool that works across just about any platform. But listen, this is incredibly important. Remote access can be a massive security risk if you're not careful. It is absolutely critical to follow this checklist. You always grant the least amount of privilege necessary to get the job done. You always use strong encryption. And if you really want to be secure, you layer that connection inside a VPN, which adds a powerful shield against anyone trying to snoop. So there you have it. From the instant feedback of the task manager to the surgical precision of the command line, all the way to the power of remote access, your Digital Detectives Toolkit is officially open for business. The clues for solving just about any PC problem are always there, just waiting for a sharp detective like you to find them. You've seen the tools, you've learned the techniques. The knowledge is now in your hands. So the only question left is, which case are you going to solve first? Thanks so much for joining me.